Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. My name is Cress Nether and welcome to the Fey Groves here on twitch.tv. I hope you're all doing very well and I hope you're all ready for a lovely session 0.
Might be a good time to take a sippy. You know, to stay hydrated. I should know, I'm up low high.
I will hydrate. Thank you so much, Lily. And a good reminder that I should turn off sounds, although this is a session 0, so it's not that big of a deal. Kamesy, well done on you being first and unfortunately defeated by a lost human. Good luck next time. Stom being second, well done on you. And let's see, Sarah, perpetually exhausted, is third. Well done on you. Unfortunately having no luck with that skeleton. And Lily having defeated a blight shrub. Well done you. Jen also managing to defeat probably the same blight shrub, or, you know, their twin. And Stom having unfortunately fallen to a sprite. It happens. Gamesy says first in my stream is enough of a win for her. Aww. Also, hydration is important. This is a threat. But yeah, today we are still in our Hyrule Chronicles hiatus between Campaign 1 and Campaign 2. But we have a couple of games lined up for you, including today's game, or Session 0 for the game, of Stargate SG-1, the role-playing game, based on Stargate SG-1, according to the cover of the book. So, with that said, I think I should go and check in with everyone. Because, did you just make a smoochie in the microphone? No, I cocked a gun. Also, Ray sadly did not defeat Banshee. Better luck next time. But Kamesy, if I make a smoochie in the mic, it sounds like this. Mwah. Instead of... I, for some reason, make the hand gesture as well. Which version of the SG-1 RPG? It is the 2021 Wyvern Press version. Wyvern Press. Oh, Kamesy, you've got the lads on your mind. It's okay. But yeah, I do not have the earlier versions. I kickstarted this one. And I believe there is like barely any support for this game at the moment. It is honestly a bit sad. I had to use Roll20 because the Foundry system is no longer being updated like since 2 years now. I see Kamesy was playing lads. That makes all the sense. But anyway, I'm going to say hoi to the folks over at the Discord call, so without further ado... Hello everyone!
Hello!
I hope you're all doing very well today.
Yeah.
Because we are about to be playing... Well, preparing to play Stargate SG-1. Do any of you have no experience with Stargate as a franchise?
Raise his hand.
That is absolutely fine.
Hello, I have watched every single episode.
That is also absolutely
and also
fine.
all of the movies.
That is also absolutely fine. I would draw the line at the... No, I will not draw the line at the novels.
I have also read some fanfiction.
Yay!
I'm writing the novels.
It is Stargate time. So, for those who are unfamiliar with Stargate, it is basically, what if ancient aliens was real?
And also they were the baddies, but also some of them were the goodies.
I can't say it any better than that.
The ancienter aliens, the ancienter aliens are the goodies, and the less ancient aliens are the baddies.
Mm-hmm. So, the concept of the series is that somewhere in, I believe, the 1930s, an archaeological expedition in Egypt finds a strange ring made from an unknown material, and eventually that ring finds its way in the hands of, unfortunately, the United States Air Force, because yes, the United States Air Force is heavily entangled in Stargate as a franchise. But we'll handwave that for now.
Yeah.
But eventually they find out that it is a portal that can connect to others.
This is an alternate universe where the US military isn't inherently evil.
Yes, this is absolutely an alternate universe where the United States military complex is not inherently evil.
But specifically the Air Force. I think some of the other ones are evil.
There are evil
In this universe.
things, yes. They aren't as evil, they just drop bombs.
Yeah.
But anyway, they find out that this ring is a portal that can connect to other such portals on other planets. And they find out that it connects to planets whose populations are oppressed by a species of kind of like snake symbiotic parasites.
They get into your body through the back of your neck and dig into your brain.
Yes. And they can take you over fully, but also some don't. This is important.
The ones who were like, we don't want to be evil, actually.
Yes, they do happen to be around.
Hashtag not all gold.
Hashtag not all go old. Because that is the name of these snake symbiotes, the Goa'uld. And it is a weird name, but that's what it is.
So it's got the fancy fantasy apostrophe in the middle.
Yes.
So you know someone made it up.
Well, I mean, as a linguist, I understand why the apostrophes are there, but it still looks weird.
Yeah.
But basically, where we are going to be placing our scene is kind of in the middle of the series, where one of these Goa'ulds has just been defeated, specifically like a big ruler of many planets, a system lord.
Which are all themed after Egyptian gods.
Most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
Because there are exceptions there. We also have
also the Norse god themed aliens of the Greys.
Yes, they are the big small gray people with
little
big
skinny
eyes.
gray guys with the big eyes.
Yes. But yeah, the
super
idea
smart.
is we are going to be playing a scenario. I don't yet know what the scenario is going to be because we're going to kind of decide what we want to have happen. But the context for you specifically, what is necessary is you are part of a team that goes through the Stargate in order to explore these other planets, contact the indigenous peoples there, try and establish diplomatic relationships and trade routes, and if you encounter opposing forces, to handle that and to protect
Shoot them with a gun.
Yes. So I'm going to try and find something else to
Shoot them
play.
with the cool gun, the P90.
I will say it's such a cool gun.
Yes.
Right. So, you are going to be one of these teams. The teams are numbered. So the main team, which the entire first series is
protagonist
based on,
team
is called SG-1. And you are going to be SG-7. So, despite being a few numbers down the line, you are still part of a team as highly experienced, highly talented people that are part of this team or part of this program to establish friendly relations on the behalf of Earth. So, with that said, I think it is time to, if you all have your PDF ready, to go to character creation, which I believe is chapter 2.
Okay.
So, in the story, you all control a character, a player character, and you are, as I said, part of this SG team. And like D&D 5th edition, which this is heavily based upon, we select a race, a species, an origin, so our backgrounds, multiple, 2, our class, which you can choose out of 6 options, and then we'll just go through the ability scores, description, and other attributes as we go.
Most of us already rolled stats.
Yes, most of you, I believe, 1, 2, 3, all of you have rolled stats. And to kind of touch on that, my rule for rolling stats is you can choose any other person's stat array, so that if you happen to roll particularly poorly, you can still decide to boost your stats.
But what you're saying is everyone wants to take Danny's role?
Yes.
Possibly.
I got the big numbers.
Yeah.
Look at all the green ones by me. So
Very
If
good.
there's anything
Very
better.
good. I don't believe so. Also,
I will be the biggest and strongest boy.
Unless you want to be funny.
Unless you want to be fun.
I want to be the biggest and strongest boy.
That is absolutely fair. Because, speaking of being the biggest, strongest boy, Danny, you, I believe, had already chosen one of these
I'm
species.
gonna be one of the Unas. They're
The
cool.
Unas.
I love them.
So this is
My
a not like very well-known part of the lore of Stargate is that before the gold
Before they came to Earth.
before they came to Earth and found humans, they were they
were
found their
piloting
host in
these cool lizard
Unas.
guys.
Yes, kind of like lizard type beings, humanoids, who,
And I
because
changed my
the
thing
gold.
to show people what they look like.
Oh yes. So the Unas were this species of beings that grew on the same planet as the gold.
They look kind of like this.
They look kind of like this, yes. And the gold, because they found that they could take over their these Unas bodies, kind of inhibited the development of this species as a civilization. But they are able to communicate. They are shown to be strong and decently intelligent as well. And were it not for the gold, they could have become a race or a species similarly in power and technological strength as, for instance, the humans.
Yep. But unfortunately, the gold found them and ruined their day with basically
Yes.
colonialism.
Yes, very much so. But nowadays that has changed, and now even Unas find themselves as part of such teams as SG-7.
Yes.
Other options that you can choose are the
Humans.
Aturan, which are a species of pretty much space elves. They were protected and they worship a species called the Nox, which are highly empathic and telepathic beings that SG-1 has also met. They are one of the great species.
Space hippies.
Space hippies, yes. They are very pacifistic.
Very pacifist.
And as such, their way of dealing with the gold is simply hide, become invisible, move.
Mhm.
And so you have the Aturan, which are basically their proteges. You have humans, and you can choose to be a human specifically from Earth. You can choose a human specifically from Abydos, which is the first planet that SG-1 discovered. And you can become a Tolan human, which is another technologically advanced...
They're like more advanced than Earth because
Yes.
they managed to hide from the gold for a while.
because of their phase technologies. You have the Jaffa, which are humans specifically... is it engineered?
Yes.
Engineered to be ideal hosts for the gold. With the gold...
And also, like, an infant gold has to be, like, gestated inside a person.
Yes, they're kind of incubators, which is...
It's gross.
But it does give them enhanced strength, enhanced healing, enhanced life expectancy. We have the Tok'ra, which are the gold but not evil species.
Yes.
And then, of course, the Unas, which we've already discussed.
My boys.
Yes. So, Danny has already chosen, but do any of you have another idea or at least an inkling of what you would like to play? For instance, Articulate T.
I think, for the sake of it, I think I'll probably just be a human from Earth.
A human from Earth. That is absolutely perfect.
Hell yeah.
And even though we are living in this, we're playing this in an alternate universe where the United States Air Force are the good guys, most of reality is very much the same. So you can, for instance, if you want to pull from your own lived experience, you could be from the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have like they were basically made to start including people from other nations on teams.
Yes.
Because like you can't just keep the shit to yourselves, America. What do you mean you're just having a war with an alien species in space?
Exactly. Alvarez, did you have a bit of an idea already?
Yes, I was going to be a human from Louisiana specifically.
Ooh, okay.
Romance.
Nice. And Roa Pirate, did you have anything in mind?
I was looking more in terms of the whole of the abilities and stuff. I was looking at a Tolan, because if I was going to go engineer, that seems helpful.
That is absolutely
Talons are
fine.
cool.
Tolans are pretty cool. They can be dicks, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah. One of them was briefly part of SG-1
True. Yes.
for a season.
So that is,
He's alright.
I think that's a fair distribution there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you have your character sheets, I see Danny has already added some artwork for his character.
I just copied it from the book.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's how I would do it.
It's so hard to find good pictures of these guys.
But yeah, if
And
you,
I can't make them into your watch.
No, that is fair. So if you have your character sheet, you can just add. They still use the race term, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I cannot change that on the character sheet, but you can just say Unas or Tolan, human, or even just Tolan, because the humans from Earth are specifically mentioned to be named the Tauri, to distinguish them from humans from other planets.
I see.
Thank you, Gamesy. Gamesy has taken her meds.
The Tauri is what they were called by the gold.
Yes. They kind of took their name and went,
Then
this is ours
like,
now.
Hell yeah. That sounds cool, we'll do that.
Okay. So we have our species.
Yeah.
Then we go to the origins of species. Wait, no, that's a different thing. A character's origins are how we define the important elements of their life before the campaign, or the one-shot in this case. Each character selects 2 origins, but no 2 may be of the same category. So either from you're from a specific biome, or have a background origin, or a species origin. So for instance, if you're an Unas, you can have the Unas Alpha origin, and a Tolan or a human can't. But other things could be more...
I don't think the Unas Alpha will help me, because I would need other Unas on the team to use their ability.
Yes, that is fair. It is a suggestion, true.
Yeah. I was actually going to go for one of the background origins and be a former host.
Oh, okay.
And say that the reason I'm helping the SGC out is because they freed me, so I owe them my life.
Oh, I find this, I think, would be very interesting to kind of delve into, because this series mentions that the Gold have kind of abandoned the Unas as a host species.
Yeah.
So maybe the Gold that inhabited your body was one that was very, very old, or specifically like highly traditional.
I think it was more of like a necessity thing. Like,
Okay.
like I was the only one around on a really dangerous planet, and because the Unas have better like resilience and regenerative abilities, it's like, okay, this is my best chance of surviving until I can get off this fucking planet.
A symbiosis of necessity.
Yes.
Okay. That is fair. So as you pick your backgrounds, you can go into the background tab. I believe it should probably be under racial abilities or proficiencies, maybe, depending on what you choose.
Some of them, yeah, but like listing the origins is on the character thing, right next to race.
Yes, but then you can't select.
That's just your planet of origin.
Is it?
I'm just gonna put it under class abilities if I.
Because origin.
They're the only ones that show up there are the planet ones.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I can't.
We learn as we
paste
go.
anything in these boxes.
Interesting.
You can't paste in the boxes?
That's because it's not copying it properly.
Because I have Alvarence's sheet all open right now.
And it's not copying properly from the book.
From the
basically.
book. Okay, that makes more sense, but it is also more annoying.
It's fine. I will.
Why am I in the corner? I shouldn't be in the corner. There we go.
Get out of the corner.
Yeah. Going around, Articulate, are you looking at any origins in particular?
It's a good question. I'm just having a look and seeing what we have in terms of things that could be useful.
I mean, if you're from Earth, one biome origin could be urban.
That is true.
Or if you were particularly on, like, from a more rural, more pastoral environment, you could be from the grasslands. If you want to go and select, like, a background origin, you could decide, like, hey, what was my original career before I moved into this Stargate program?
I was thinking, I think a military background seems like a good call.
That is very possible. With that, you can even specifically decide to be from the racial origin, the Tauri military.
Indeed.
Which also says the majority of personnel assigned to the Phoenix site in the book, but the Cheyenne Mountains site are from this background.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for being from a volcanic planet.
Oh.
That's why the symbiote had to jump in me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will do that. One armor or
What would you do if you have overlapping proficiencies?
If you have overlapping proficiencies, you can just select an additional one.
Okay.
I feel like this is the way I do this by default, but I can check what that specifically does. Let's see. Yes, on page 18. It is at this stage, which specifically says after step 3, for a character to have the same proficiency more than once from multiple sources. If this occurs, you may choose a different proficiency in place of the duplicate, but the new proficiency must be of the same type. So a skill, a tool proficiency, a weapon proficiency, etc. Also, I do like that in this game, instead of coming up with a specific, like, fancy differentiation of game master, it is simply gate master. So, Robopirate, what are you looking at in terms of origins?
Terraformed student.
Terraformed student. Okay, that would make a lot of sense. I think for a Tolan, that is Very appropriate and applicable.
Yep.
You said student? Yes, I see.
Accidentally wrote robust as robots.
Robots.
Oops.
And I see that Alvins chose swamp as a background.
I was thinking about it.
You're thinking
I might
about it.
change it.
Okay.
But
For
thinking about it.
Louisiana, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
With New Orleans being, I would say, well known for the bayou.
Yeah.
And I'm probably mispronouncing that. Bayou?
Bayou.
Bayou.
Yeah.
Gain advantage on kicking doors open.
I love that for you.
Yay.
Background. I'll put it in racial abilities.
I think that would be fair.
I put them all in notes. Just
Okay. Also, I see that Roll20 still has the same issue with changing pages being for everyone who is currently viewing the character sheet.
Yep.
I will refrain from changing too much.
That's fine. If you gotta change it, you gotta change it. I know where I'm at. No, for racial abilities. Well,
So, Danny, you went with Biome Volcanic and former host, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Very interesting.
My character very much prefers living on Earth. It is much cooler. Not as warm.
Mm-hmm.
Less
You
explosive.
unfortunately
Not perpetually on fire.
You unfortunately are not allowed like free.
Oh, definitely. This guy is not leaving the fucking base.
No.
He looks like a dinosaur. He's not leaving the base.
In which case, if you have any time off, it probably means that you are able
I'm probably
to.
going to one of the off-world sites.
Yeah, you're able to travel off-world.
Explore one of the many planets that is forest in Canada.
Oh, I was doing research for this, and honestly, there's not a lot of content for this game. But there was this one game with actual actors from the series.
Yeah.
And
Which ones?
I think David Blue, Eli from SG-1,
Yeah.
David Hewlett,
Yeah.
a couple of others. Basically, someone the DM was describing, like, you find yourself in a forested area that is very reminiscent to Vancouver, says David Hewlett.
Yeah.
Because where Doctor Who has the Welsh quarries,
Yes.
Stargate has Vancouver woods.
So many planets just happen to look like forest in Canada.
Very coniferous.
Yes.
Right, so
Because it was cheap to film them.
it was. So we have Danny's character origins, Volcanic, former host. Articulate T, what are you looking at currently?
I'm honestly thinking military, yes, but probably not Tari military on top of that. I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking maybe oceanic, and just lived by the coast a lot.
That is fair. That would be interesting. And where would you say your character is from specifically?
Oh,
Brighton.
Brighton. From Blackpool? Nah. That's it. I'm torn between either saying from Scotland or California, and I know those are two very different places, but
yes,
I feel like a part of me is leaning toward Scotland, because I can put on a Scottish accent and sound tired and sarcastic at everything, but California, just for the sake of being able to very much dip into a standard sort of American accent again. But I will say Scotland. Scotland sounds like a good place.
I'm very happy. I wanted to maybe convince you to choose Scotland because I really look forward to you being a sarcastic Scot.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
It is. It's really fun. That is lovely. And I wonder. Yeah, then oceanic would fit very well, I would say. Because you get a +1 to wisdom and a swim speed of 6 meters. Because yes, this game works with meters.
Yay.
Because it's a Canadian production.
In a mystical other universe where Americans use meters.
And to be fair, as far as I know, in like scientific endeavors and also military jargon,
metric
they use metric anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easier when everything divides by 100.
Yeah. Alvrins, what were you looking at for other origins?
Swindler.
Oh. Are you playing Gambit?
No.
Okay.
Though the first name that I thought of was Remy LeBeau, and I'm like, hold on, no, wait, I can't use that one.
Hang on, wait, that's a taken. I get that Cajun chicken.
Thank you, Stom. Swindler? I hardly know her. But let's see. Swindler as a background origin. It says...
gain deception, and you may use deception in place of stealth when attempting to pass unnoticed through a populated area, such as a town or enemy base.
Interesting. You've joined the Stargate program under false pretenses, having developed a skilled liar's tongue and a desire to make your life better. However benign your true motives may be, or how close to the truth your lie is, you've at least managed to get attached to a Stargate team, which you qualify as a success.
I bullshitted my way into other planets.
Love that. I love that.
That's good.
Very good. But I believe then, and feel free to change these up if it doesn't fit later on. But we then go to classes. So there are 6 different classes that you can select. We have the Diplomat, which is charged with making peaceful contact with new civilizations and maintaining relationships with allied groups.
Talkie.
Very talky. We have the Engineer, who maintains the wide range of technology used by the Stargate program. We have the Medic, who is designated to keep their team healthy and combat ready. We have the Scientist, who investigates the mysteries of new worlds and lost cultures, and this can be like a physicist, this can be a linguist, an archaeologist, an anthropologist. We have the Scout, who keeps his team safe in the wilderness and behind enemy lines, and the Soldier, who is tasked with keeping their team alive when inevitable danger looms. What sounds interesting to you?
They're making an engineer.
Oh.
I was deciding between Soldier and Scout.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to lean more towards Soldier, depending on what other people like.
That's fair. Artie, what are you thinking of?
Torn between Medic and Scientist.
Oh.
Brainy.
Well, I'll leave your options open because I was looking at Medic and Diplomat, and I'll just go Diplomat.
Soldier it is!
Hey!
It will be biggest and strongest!
Then it would be a Medic then, because then that means I could be sarcastic while I'm healing people.
Yeah. Just the Scottish bones.
Just constantly stuffing my blood back in.
You have to do that every time. Could you not, like, slow down just a bit?
Stop that heart from pumping.
But you were in danger.
You use that excuse every time.
You keep being in danger. Stop it.
It was just a wee adventure. You don't have to worry about it all the fucking time.
Stop it.
Oh, this is going to be great.
This is going to be wonderful. This is going to be great. I just know it, and I appreciate you all already.
Given the impressive resilience racial ability I've got, I will be very good at tank. If I have it active, I just simply cannot die.
Oh, wow.
But I can only use it once per long rest.
Okay.
And it only lasts a number of rounds.
Yes.
It's like being a barbarian in D&D.
Yeah. See.
There we go.
You can't kill me, only the dice can kill me.
I will try. No, we'll see how things go.
I guess I have a 24 HP.
Let's see. Because you are now the soldier, so...
Soldiers has a 10, and Unas get plus 14.
Right, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That also brings up a question. Do we want to start at level 1? Or do we want to play as if you were have been a team for a bit longer, and so start at a higher level?
I think it's easier to stay at level 1, being a completely new system.
That is fair. It is not completely a new system, because we are using the bones, a lot of the bones from D&D 5th Ed.
Yeah, a lot of it is 5e. It even has advantage.
Yes.
This one messed up as my 17. Plus 2 to intelligence, but it's 16. And 2 proficiency bonuses. What's the ones I get from medic? We're doing.
The medic gets the following. You get. Were you looking at skills or?
Yeah, I've got them. Athletics, insight, medicine, and science.
Science.
Science. I do perception because you always got it in perception.
Let's see. Engineer, medic, diplomat, and soldier.
Yeah.
I would say your team is more focused on maintaining contact with communities where you find like a lot of gold or Asgard or even ancient technology. To have like a diplomat that can maintain those relationships
That's
as well as an
ancient. That's
engineer.
ancient with a capital A, by the way.
That is ancient with a capital A. They are a specific species within the setting, yes. But your group may mostly will deal with like, hey, they found this particular thing somewhere, and also SG-1 is currently busy, so you might want to take a crack at this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should go all in on Taki or if I should do like stealth too.
Ooh. I think it would fit with your background.
Yeah, it was more taking a look at picking intimidation or stealth.
Don't worry, I've got intimidation.
Okay. Then I will pick stealth. Okay.
So we'll be taking a short break momentarily for ads and stuff, but I believe we'll have half the character creation done by then.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are starting at level 1 is what we agreed on, right?
Yes, I believe we did.
Okay. Abilities. Spire. Dash. Rest. I cannot spell today.
Oh dear.
Where's the... Constitution modifier on my HP, so it's level 2. 26 HP.
Nice.
Nice.
Big and strong. Efficiency bonus plus class choice. So that'll be 3 determination. I do like that initiative is the higher of Dex or Wisdom, so that you don't have to have high Dex in order to go fast.
Yeah, I like that as well.
What's my con?
But also
Plus 2.
Moxie is interesting.
Yes, so for social encounters, you do not use initiative, but you use Moxie. And there are rules specifically for social encounters, such as trying to convince a person or a group to do a certain thing, to interrogate, for instance, an enemy, to give up information. There are also encounters to infiltrate a certain location. So instead of just having a simple stealth roll, it is an encounter in itself. There is also a mechanic called the tension die, which is something you can add to certain things, such as attacks, to show that, like, for instance, we start off with a very small tension die, like a 1d6, or it can ramp up all the way to 1d12 to show, like, this is a very deadly scenario, a very deadly episode of the show.
Has anyone else taken survival as a skill?
I have not.
I have not.
I'll have it. Because, going to explore planets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Surviving is generally good.
Yeah. For exploring. My saves. Strength of my bulk is 12, I am large.
Okay, I think we're going to have a break right now. We'll be back 5 minutes after the top of the hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. With that said, I hope you all take some good time for yourselves with some advice from Hari.
Hey chat, might be a good thing to stretch your legs, straighten your back, take your meds if you need to, get something to drink, get comfy while you're at it.
Okay, goodbye. And we're back. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good moment of rest. I've already heard some of my players discussing whether or not I'm going to be benevolent and give you time to prepare for your missions next time.
I don't think we're gonna have full prep. Which is whatever the fuck you want plus like 50 to 100 people.
Honestly, that is more of a system lord is going to attack. We have 10 days.
Yeah, that is. They are attacking us in our base. We have all of our shit. We got this.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah.
From all of the scenarios that I've been kind of looking at. However,
I don't think we'll be bringing the SGC with us to Forest Planet number 562.
But what about Forest Planet 561?
Well, that one needed it.
Exactly. But yes, after species, origin, and class, we get to ability scores, and you had already rolled a couple things.
Yes.
My way of rolling stats is everyone rolls 4d6, dropping the lowest of the die 6 times. And a homebrew rule that I use is everyone can use any of the arrays that are being generated this way. So, for instance, Danny rolled a 14, 13, 14, 17, 10, and 15.
And don't worry about what anyone else rolled, because don't worry about it.
Which is very good.
Because my roll is good.
So it wouldn't surprise me if all of you would decide on those stats. Which, if I look at all of this, it seems to be the case. Robo Pirate, how did you get a 20?
17 plus 3.
How did you get the plus 3?
Stolen human plus terraformed gives you
Yeah, you
plus
get
3.
two from your race and one from your that was like...
You got that. That's fair.
Math.
It just surprises me. That's a big intellect.
Oh yeah, I get one to
Big
my
brain.
wisdom. I forgot about that. Thank you. There we
By my
go.
estimates, you should probably have 6 skills and plus 3 total to attributes.
I have 5
various-
skills. 'Cause
I also
am-
have 5 skills.
Because I am soldier, we got to.
Engineer might get a little bit more there.
Yeah.
1 extra skill, maybe.
Let's see for engineer. You get 3 skills for engineer, specifically. Engineering, pilot, and perception. But your origins might
Yeah,
be
1 for student and then 2 for race.
right. Yeah, Tolan does start
So does human.
with science plus an additional skill of your choice, and human just chooses any 2 skill proficiencies.
Yeah. An aspect to skill proficiencies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I will pick intimidation as one of the other ones.
Oh.
Yeah. Scary
Yes.
boys.
Yes.
Sleight of hand.
So do make sure that you've increased your ability scores with the boosts from your species and your backgrounds.
Yes.
I put my 17 in dex, so my strength is 18 and my dex is 17.
Very nice.
So I balance them out a bit more.
Yeah. And then, after ability scores, the description of your character. I feel like this is more of a come up with this as we go.
I mean, I've got the picture.
Yes.
That's what he
true.
looks like.
That's fair. But other things.
He's
will
making
happen.
that face at all times.
He's making that face at all times. It's. Is it more of a is that a personality trait or more of a physiological jaw lock?
Gosh, man, you got lockjaw? That's terrible.
Yeah. Right.
It's to intimidate people.
Step 6 is to determine your proficiency bonus at level 1, that is +2. Your hit points, which is the full value of your hit dice or your class, plus Constitution modifier plus species HP bonus. For instance, for Alvarence's character, human is 10 HP.
Yes.
Diplomat is, let's see, I believe it was 8. 8 extra, so 10 plus 8 is 18. And then your Constitution modifier, which is 2, so 20.
Yes.
That is very average all round. We get Danny's character, who, because of Unas, gets 26.
Yes.
And a 10 extra for Soldier.
And a 10 extra.
No, a 10 base, I believe.
Yes. 10
10
base
plus
and then
12,
14
10
for
plus
being
14
us
plus
and
2.
2 from my con.
Yes. We have the engineer also at 8 for class. Oh, Tolan only gets +8 additional HP. You're slightly less sturdy. Interesting. And then RT. Human. Hold on.
It's
What does
plus
medic
1
say?
per HP per level for being in a military background.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, there we go. From HP, we go to determination points, which is equal to your proficiency bonus plus a bonus determined by your class choice. Now, you may wonder, what the heck is a determination point? Those are a pool of points which you can use to withstand social and mental challenges or setbacks. You can get these back during social encounters or spend them.
3. You get your modifier for damage on range weapons.
Let's see.
Don't believe so.
Maybe not if it's a ranged weapon?
Yeah, I'm trying. I've done it for melee weapons, but not.
Yeah. Let me see. Equipments. Come on, load PDF. There you go. More loading. My PC doesn't like this.
How dare you make it do stuff?
Right? Don't yet see if there is a damage bonus based on your attributes.
Oh, you get damage bonus.
Where is it?
Where do you see that?
It was at the start of the bit about. Basically said you add your dexterity for ranged and strength for melee.
I thought that was to hit. I don't know if ranged has dex to damage modifier is what we're looking at. Okay.
Do you see the page?
Special rules contains it for the finesse on 63.
63.
And then
To hit and damage. Yeah, okay. That's fair.
somewhere over near there is everything else.
That'd be if it has the finesse tag.
That'd be if it has a finesse tag. You're able to switch it out from strength to dex.
So I don't think the ranged weapons have the finesse tag.
Well, the range weapons are just dex by default.
Yeah, I would say so too. I'm just wondering if, for some reason, like, does the book not say it?
It does somewhere.
It does somewhere, but I want to know where.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I have a clack blade?
A what blade?
It's in Common Alien Gear on page 76.
76.
Can I have it instead of my knife? Because I'm alien.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Individual characters will need the appropriate clearance per GM discretion. Clearance granted.
Yay.
So page 121 says damage rolls. When attacking a weapon, you add your ability modifier to the damage.
Okay.
Yes, there it is. So that includes just any ranged weapon.
Ah.
So for Danny, you can add a +3 to the Beretta and FNP90.
Yes. I know there was an option to have a shotgun, and shotguns are cool, but like, I'm playing a Stargate game. I'm gonna use the P90.
That is very fair.
It's the Stargate gun.
I would
That's
choose
okay.
the same.
I've got the shotgun. It's fine.
Mhm.
I can't just decide between the P90 or the Mossberg 500s.
I remember.
Which is a shotgun, right?
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah,
The
Moss
Moss-
shotgun.
The Moss is a
Yeah.
shotgun.
Yeah. So, going back to the tension die, I think we're going to be on a D8, kind of in the middle of things, where it's like, it's not fully like simple. Like this is not a comedic episode of the season, for instance. But it's also not like, ramping up to the
It's
season
also not
finale.
the 4-part end of season finale.
Mm-hmm. End of season, beginning of season, next season, 4-parter.
Yeah. This is like episode 14 out of 20 odd.
Yeah. That would be a fair point to make there.
Yeah. Because the Stargate seasons were usually like 20 to 26 episodes.
Yeah.
That was back when that was back when all TV shows each season was like half a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back when fucking you actually had enough time to breathe with a season rather than let's go.
Mm-hmm.
It came out once a week. It was I miss it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was gonna say I don't have the necklace. Because I need to meet some other people of my kind to learn how to make it.
Right.
Back up to the base game.
Yeah. I think I am mostly done.
Okay.
I even have a name.
Yes. Rakarn.
Yeah.
Very nice. I saw that some other people have names already as well. I would ask RoboPirate to change their name from Poland. Hello, my name is Human.
Human.
Maybe RoboPirate's name would be Arn, and he's tall, so Tall Arn.
Why it not do? I will figure this out.
What were you trying to do?
Oh, it said I rolled instead of the name of the character.
Oh, that is under the chat message as and then choose your character. That's the Roll20 thing. Okay. I see everyone is already making sure that they have their armor class set up, and I believe everyone did that all right.
I have AC of 19.
Very good. And I believe... Oh, Alfreds, can you please give me guidance as to how you pronounce your last name?
The full name is Jean-Luc Deorlin.
Jean-Luc Deorlin, okay. Because I was going like, do I have to like go full French, D'Orléans?
No, I don't think so. I think Cajun Creole is French light.
D'Orlin, yep, okay. Let's see. Did anyone have a modifier to speed for their species? Or class feature?
Only that I can swim at 6 meters.
You can swim at 6 meters. Yeah. Which is very fair. Initiative is Dex or Wisdom, whichever is highest. Moxie is Intelligence or Charisma, whichever is highest. Mechanically, outside of game prep or like mission prep, we have done everything everything that's needed for our character.
Yeah.
As far as character creation goes. Now basically comes the full description, kind of like what do they look like, what do they act like, any of character quirks that you might find interesting for this character. What I would ask is if you have the time for it to consider that in the next 2 weeks. And for now, I would like to go over basically what do you want to encounter next session, as in during the one-shot. Because there's a couple of vault mechanics that we can use.
There's 3 main types of mission that the SG teams usually go on. Go talk to local residents of Forest Planet. Go investigate weird artifact on Forest Planet. Or the goal to fucking shit up, go fuck them up.
At this Forest Planet.
On the Forest Planet.
To be fair, the Forest Planets were more happen more often in later seasons. Earlier seasons were more deserty.
Yeah, they had some deserts. They went to
that was,
Abydos and more.
Canadian
Desert,
beach.
desert.
I recall them being in a ruin of like some super mega storm planet one time.
Yes.
Yeah! There was also a super mega storm planet.
True.
That one was a good episode.
That did happen. But as far as encounters go that you might happen upon, we have a couple of things. For instance, an encounter to convince an NPC or group's mind about a topic or deceive them into believing an untruth. You have a convince encounter. You also have a diplomatic function encounter. For instance, you are given a chance to interact with other characters. Might be a vital opportunity for the PCs to learn about a possible foe or a new culture, or to thwart a particularly cunning foe. You have the infiltration encounters. You have the interrogation encounters to find information out about a certain thing from a certain someone. Research and development, which I don't think will come up in a one-shot, but who knows. And then also traversal, which is more of a skill check situation to explore or to traverse to a certain location. Then we also have action encounters, and those range from vehicular combat, aerial combat. You have, there's a particular part here. You can have firefights, which is kind of like on a larger scale, where you work with combat grids that are 10 meter per side instead of 1. Pursuit, which is if you are either being chased or are chasing a lead. You can have a skirmish, which is more the traditional combat of an RPG, where we do have like 1 by 1 meter squares, like the 5-foot squares that we're used to in D&D 5e. Are there any of these that you kind of think like, that sounds very interesting, that sounds fun?
There's Where's the list? I need to like look at it.
There is. I don't know if there's a specific list, but you can find them. Starting at 134
Okay.
for plot mechanics, which are the social encounters, and the action mechanics, which are the combat encounters, which start at 148.
Don't think they would send a bunch of newbies, because that's what we are, on a diplomatic mission necessarily.
I mean,
Like other social stuff.
A
But
diplomatic mission can still be like, hey, we've had first encounter, but what about second or third encounter? Yes, I specifically phrased it that way.
Hey, we're just checking in.
But it could also be like, hey, something happened to another SG team. We need you to check in, and also there's this group that you might have to interface with.
Or, hey, this planet we're friends with is saying that they're having some problems with something and we need to go check it out.
Mm-hmm. So I appreciate thinking about like what would be fitting for SG-7.
Yeah.
But I also would appreciate your input on what would you like to see as players rather than as characters.
I think like the just combat one would be less interesting for most of the party.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I would be the only one able to do stuff.
I think this is more of a sense like for myself,
Yeah.
preparing the session, what kind of encounters can I put into this?
Yeah.
Because my idea for the session so far is kind of the, hey, another SG team either lost some equipment or was overtaken by a storm and had to leave certain things at a location. You are now tasked with retrieving it whilst the other team is off-world sheltering, pretty much.
Recovering.
Yeah. Or recovering. That is also possible.
Could maybe also like continue their mission because they're not there.
Very fair. Yep.
Whatever it was.
That would be a likely scenario.
Investigating some kind of ruins or whatever that are there
Mm-hmm.
with some weird alien tech.
Ancient or Asgard or otherwise. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It turns out it's full of replicators. Oh no!
Oh no! Wait, replicators,
They
were
can- They can eat all our guns.
were replicators in season 1 to 5?
When did they first show up? They definitely showed up before season 5.
Because the baseline for this game is we start after season 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they show up before season 5. Here
Let's
it
see,
is.
Menace was...
First appearance season 3.
Oh. That's fair.
Yeah, Nemesis is where they meet the Asgard, so
Ah, yes.
that's where they first show up. Because they're the Asgard's enemies.
Okay, that's fair.
For people who don't know, the replicators are little robot spiders that go around and just eat technology.
I would say crabs, but fair.
Yeah. Spider crabs.
Yeah.
The
They then
Asgard
also...
come to Earth for help to deal with them because our technology is shit enough that the replicators don't care about it.
Yeah, ballistic weapons work on superpowered nanobots.
Yeah, it works on them because it makes the Lego bodies fall apart.
Yes.
Whereas energy weapons will just go absorbed. They kind of look like they're made of Meccano,
Yes.
if you know what
That is very true.
I love them. They're fun.
They are interesting, and I
didn't like the human ones.
okay, that's fair. That went a bit
That-
like, oh no, they're just a big blob of goo that can turn into anything.
There's just, like, if you turn the little tiny robot crabs into just a person again, then they're just the same as everything else.
Yeah.
I think honestly, like something like an artifact retrieval would be one of the things, or artifact check-in even, might provide a good enough balance between all of us. Because we'd have to talk to people to maybe find it, or like see what's happening in the local area. There might be people who want it that we might need to fight. We have a thinky person with 20 intelligence to inspect the thing. So it provides avenues by which all of us can do things. And it would be like for a newbie SG team. It sounds like it would be like a very kind of, okay, so we have this thing that we know is in a secure place for your, like, just to get your feet wet.
We've
Go
got a
check
real
on
mission
it.
for you, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, everything has to go wrong.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
milk run. Don't worry about it.
There is no such thing as a milk run.
Words that are forbidden to be spoken in the SGC.
Yes.
You cannot
okay,
say these
so-
words. You
so
will
hold
get
on.
people killed.
Let me write some notes down for this, because
Yeah.
Artie, you said a artifact retrieval.
Yeah, artifact retrieval or
Just
artifact
looking
check-in.
at it. Or,
Yeah.
like, examining it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Artifact check up or retrieval.
Something weird's happening with it. We gotta go check it out.
Yeah. Thing goes bonk, must check out.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe there's
Would it be-
locals living near it.
Yeah, I think that would be fair, and they might have some.
Usually in these situations, they'll have like some sort of. If there's a big artifact in town, they'll have some religious significance.
Mm-hmm. I was also thinking that there might be some sort of health benefit or health issue due to the artifact, which is where the medic might come in to, check
Yeah.
up on everyone, make sure that everyone is hunky-dory.
Yeah. Because something's up with the artifact, it's making people around to get sick.
Yeah, and the diplomat is mostly there to make sure, like, hey, we're not messing with your very revered idol/shrine, and we come in peace.
And I am here to lift heavy things.
And to aim your pew pew before it goes
things go
real.
wrong.
Yeah, when things go wrong.
Yeah. As it always does.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a thing of the week show if things didn't go wrong.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea of, like, this is an artifact that actually, like, has some beneficial property, but also it gives you scurvy. So
It gives
everyone
you
needs to
scurvy
suck
when
on
it fucks
lemons.
up.
Mhm.
Like some experimental ancient health monitoring device or something.
Yeah.
We experimented with this technology that would make sure you have all of your vitamins.
But sometimes the polarity gets reversed.
And sometimes you get too many of your 2 vitamins.
Yep.
You don't want too many or 2 vitamins.
Well, you
Bad
know,
for you.
it's coded for different races, which
Oh, I'm gonna have a great time there. It looks at me and goes, "What the fuck is that?"
I think it needs triple the vitamin C.
Rakan immediately just collapses, like, eh.
Well, I think at least vitamin C is one that's, in humans, you can have a heavy excess without any trouble.
Yeah, but I'm a lizard man, so
Yeah.
that might be problems.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate your addition to the campaign slot of yes, Roboparrot. But this is the SG-1 shot.
Never.
The campaign that we're in is the SG-1 shot.
Yeah, you didn't say that until after, so.
That's quite alright. It is more of a joke than anything. I believe I have stuff to prepare for next session.
Excellent.
Unless you want to discuss anything right now, I think, while we haven't gone for very long, that is a good time.
Are there any are there any things that you guys have lied to me about Earth?
Oh no.
Is there any bullshit that your characters will have told my character that he 100% believes?
I'd say Cassie probably is too blunt of a person in order for her to lie to you about it, but explains things in such a way that you think she's lying to you about it.
100% I have lied.
Excellent. Come up with some fun shit about Earth that isn't real that Rakan 100% believes. Because you guys told him about it.
But it's the type of lying that's like the obvious lies to it. Like, I'm gonna show you a movie and this is actually like, oh no, this is a historical.
It's a retelling of a historical event, like Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hello.
And Rakan is
Yeah.
they're like, these sharks are incredibly formidable foes.
I would like to fight one.
I would simply destroy it.
I had a question because I didn't see where to do it. How do MP?
Okay, so MP is on the
MP is experience.
of the sheet next to level.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cost for the abilities is the cost to buy it, not to use it.
Oh.
MP
Okay.
is experience mission points.
Yes.
Gotcha.
With XP.
And then you like
Currently have
level up by
none.
using it up.
Yes, I believe we
And-
start
yeah.
with a big old goose egg.
0.
As we start at level 1, and then you get to level 2 at 5 mission points.
Yeah. One second.
Are there any other?
I get a free tactic feat at first level. I need to.
Right.
Yes.
Where's
Then this is a question for my fellow players because I think all of us have. I think I have an overlapping skill with at least everyone. Do we want more skill boosts or do we want more AC boosts? Because yeah.
tactic?
That's what I was like, Because AC is always good, but giving somebody an ability or to reroll an ability check that I am also proficient in is also very good.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good question. I would say, I don't know. We have like, because my mind is in my mind, like ACs of 18 and 19, like from 5e stuff, is pretty decent in terms of stuff. But I don't know whether or not that holds true for this.
That is also fair.
The to hit that we've got seems very similar to what you would have in D&D.
Yeah.
Let's
Because it's
see.
Stat plus proficiency, which
I'm
is
just
2.
checking out some stat blocks. Enemies that you might possibly encounter. This is specifically a diplomat. Let's see if I can find something else, like a soldier type deal.
Looking at the tactic piece to see which one to take.
A town guard, for instance, which is CR1, has a +5 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a +5 to hit with my guns, so.
I've got a +4.
Yeah. I have a +6 with my melee attacks.
I am a weenie.
That's okay.
I'd probably say like we get more use out of a skill boost then, I would think.
Okay. Alright, cool. Then I will change that real quick. Skill for explanations. Short rest. When an inspired character fails a skill check.
Okay, I've got 3 of these tactic things that I'd like the look of, but I also have the thing that I can use a tactic feat I don't know for a number of rounds equal to my charisma modifier, which is 1.
Yes.
So I can briefly use a different one, but for my main one, I'll either have Assault Coordination, which is when I hit a target with a ranged attack, the next successful ranged attack by one of your team members deals plus 1d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Response Shot looks fun. Once per encounter, you may use your reaction to make a ranged attack against an enemy who makes an attack against a team member other than yourself.
Nice.
I don't think I'm going to be that close to anyone else, so I don't think defensive posture will be very helpful. Which will give everyone else plus 2 AC if they're within 2 meters of me. It's basically like a 10-foot circle. But there's also Rush. As a bonus action on your turn, you may allow a team member to take a dash action.
Nice.
So that could help for moving people around.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you guys like the sound of?
Good question.
I'll sum them up as more damage, fuck you, stop hitting my friend, or run faster.
I will say, as the person with 11 AC and +1 to hit, I like the idea of getting the fuck out of dodge using the Joestar's secret technique.
Run away. Yeah, I'll take Rush and Tab as my base one, and I can briefly use other one once per long rest.
Because this is just as a bonus action, it just gives you a bonus action to do all the time.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. Any team member can dash.
Nice.
So, in my one, I can choose a procedure in order to for better healing things. The one I initially went with is crash training, which is res someone who died 2 rounds ago, with a DC 25 medicine check. But I could alternatively take cure diseases, toxins, or viruses, or you and your team are considered proficient in con saves against them. Use your med kit to heal 1d4 levels of exhaustion. Use your med kit as a melee attack that does 1d3 constitution damage.
That one's funny.
If I don't have my med kit, I can heal friendly targets as if I had one but wasn't proficient with it. I can use my med kit to heal a character 1d4 intelligence, wisdom, or charisma damage during a short rest. Use your med kit to administer a sedative as a melee attack. When you heal with a med kit, you may choose to replace all the healing dice rolled with the same number of tension dice. Or, when you critically hit, add your wisdom modifier to damage dealt.
Got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, is there which of those things would prefer if they wouldn't like me to be able to bring them back from the dead?
I
within
like
2
that
rounds?
the you may use your med kit to make a melee attack one is called embolism.
Yeah.
That is funny.
It does stat damage too. That's impressive.
But also it's a melee attack, and I don't know if you want to be in melee.
Yeah, I've got pretty impressive AC, but it's like I'm not as ultra proficient as a fighter as our soldier friend.
I'm here to run at the enemies and get all the attention.
Honestly, sedatives might be a good one other than crash training, because crash training is hard to get with a DC 25 medicine check right now.
True.
I don't know if you're gonna end up in a situation where you won't have your med kit in a one shot.
Yeah.
I can be evil, but yeah.
But sedatives would be good because it's 1d6, and then that is exhaustion levels.
Oof, that's true.
Fatigue
Minus-
will fuck people up.
Yeah, minus death, it's unconsciousness instead, which is still really good.
The unconscious
But-
is still no longer fighting us.
Exactly.
Alright, well, I'll go with sedatives then.
That seems useful.
Would you go with Robo Pirate?
Sidearm augmentation. My gun does an extra d4 damage.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Super gun.
A highly customized and personalized
Just looks like the
Firearm?
gun from RoboCop. Translation, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's our feet still.
Oh, the armor they choose to wear. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any limit to the armor that we can pick? I mean, outside of proficiencies.
We start with the tactical vest, which is
That's a
an
good
armor.
question. Let me see.
I think I'll be sticking with it. Although if I can get the helmet, I can go to 20 AC.
I believe. Yeah. If you want to specifically have a tactical armor, which is the Tari heavy gear, I think you could add a. Let's see, this would be for when you prepare at like more than 0 prep.
So it'd be like prep 1 or 2.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
I'm just trying to figure out what stats to give it.
Mm-hmm.
The starting kit gives you the tactical vest, which is
Light armor.
Light armor.
Yeah.
Which is what plus dex?
16.
plus dex.
Okay. So then that would be 17. That makes me feel a little more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I saw your AC was 11 at a certain point.
Yeah, so it was just adding the dex.
Mm-hmm.
AC.
Okay. I think that's everything that I had in mind.
Okay. Does anyone else have any things to add or have questions?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, that's fair. In which case, we have 2 weeks until the next session, where we'll be actually playing this one shot. If there are questions, you know where to find me. Happy to answer anything and figure out what is fun. But with all of that said, I would like to thank my players here, Articulate T, Alvarans, Danny Cat, and Robo Pirate, for building their characters with us today.
Yeah.
And I hope, for everyone who is watching, that they'll be here next week. Oh, no, sorry, not next week. In 2 weeks' time as well.
Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
See you next fortnight.
No, not that one.
No, that one. The caption said it right. But not the game, indeed. Also, I lost the game, darn it.
Oh.
As far as I've seen, do you play significant amounts of Fortnite? I see you mentioning the updates to it
Sometimes,
frequently.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't not play it.
I was tempted to try the Lego Fortnite at one point. I like survival games like that sometimes.
It was fun. Yeah, absolutely. I am trying to figure out if we go and raid or if we just leave it here. I think...
Or download Craft Mine.
Yeah, I think we're going to raid out. But with that said, again, thank you to my players, and I'll be signing off with my chat for just a moment, and see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for enjoying the stream, and I hope that you'll be enjoying what comes after this, where I think we are going to go to Mendari, who is preparing, I believe, a piratey D&D game. So, let's go raid Mendari. And with that said, please copy one of these messages. The top one is for people with a subscription. The bottom one is for people who do not or wish to just use the Twitch generic ones. Next stream is I'm trying to figure out either this Thursday or this Friday, because I have something on Friday that I might want to go to, but I'm not entirely certain just yet. So if that is the case, I will be streaming on Thursday rather than Friday. And yeah, we'll be going back into Monster Hunter Wilds and probably deal with Zoshia again, because that's going to be fun. With all of that said, I have been Cressnether, I am Cressnether, and I will be Cressnether for a while. I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye.